That's not good, and it's sucking. Look how many billions of dollars has been lost, not just because their accounts are down, but lost with all those major lending people freezing money, and those people are never going to get their money back. That's money that's never going to come back into the crypto market, right? And that's very bad. But you can see now if we look at the short term, this volume candlestick and the volume profile, this is exactly what we're watching for in the Bitcoin price, right? And that, when you're trading this, if you're in this trade zone now, and if you can break above this, you really don't have any resistance until you get up here to 20,000, 23,000, all the way up here to 25,000. If you can break above this major candle volume that we're trading in now, because there's not a lot of volume right there. And that's why I love this fixed volume profile. But on the way down, that's why I think we're going to 13,336 in old Vincenzo, just as I thought that this was the start of the bear market when you broke that rising wedge when old Vincenzo started making videos here, but we didn't have very many followers. So the few OGs in this channel remember old Vincenzo at nauseum talking about this rising wedge, right? Saying this was the start of a multi-year bear market as soon as we broke it. And it finally did break it. But if you break this underneath support, you can see where all the major volumes traded all the way down here. And this would coincide with the last line of defense in orange, but it's on my volume profile, so I need to remember where it's at because we need them all uniformed. And if it slips this right here, you got a straight flush down until there's some kind of buyers that'll be stacked here. There will be buyers stacked here, and you could see a pretty big bounce off of there, right? But that's over a 50% fall from there, and that's where we're at. If you look over here, right, and then you can see the major areas that we've traded through the rising wedge that we telegraphed up here for months, but there wasn't that many of you. Then we had this big falling channel, right, that broke bullish in a big bear rally, right? It was a big fucking bear market rally, excuse my French right here, because this was the start of the bear market right there, started the bear market, and this was a huge bear market rally. And old Vincenzo told you that I thought it was going to get topped out right here, if you remember my channel, because that was a classic bull trap, right? But as often markets do, eh, it's never they always do more than you think they're going to do, and it had one more leg to the upside, right? But then after it broke this falling rising channel right here, it just continued the bear market, right? And then we laid out the targeted move out of this, and that's the bottom of the wedge. It hit the bottom of the wedge, got wicked up, and then you formed a pretty long bear flag, right, and a rising channel, which we know those break down. So you can see where we came from to get here, and that's very important because in order to trade this market, you have to understand where you came from, have any kind of probability based way, and that's what we do at Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. We are a probability based trading service. And then you come into this local volume profile, and we started this volume profile from the peak, right, and this bear flag, and now we got all the volume on the way down as we come into a local time frame, and that gives us a great area how to trade this. That's how we knew this was trading within this range, and as long as you didn't break above this, you were very bearish. But if you could break above this, you had a free reign up to there, which never happened. But we also knew if you broke this, you had a free flush all the way back down to uncharted territories that would probably finish the targeted move from up here, which that targeted move was actually at about $20,500, right? And then now you can see the price is starting to slow down as after you had a big volume push coming again for the second time in a couple of weeks, right? And it was all sell pressure. There was it right there, and there was it back there in the background, right? So now what you got to watch out for in the Bitcoin price is can you hold this white support box? Because if you can't hold this white support zone, you're coming down here to this underneath target that we've had for over 12 months, right? And it took a long time to get there. But you're going to come down there in as quick as fashion as you fell through there, and as you fell through here. If you fall through this white support zone, right, you're going to come down about 50% to that underneath target, and that lines up with that other volume indicator that we showed you back there, where the major volume starts at about 11,000, right? So that's what we're watching out for in the Bitcoin price. And if we zoom in to sort of a minute day trading time frame, you can see old Vincenzo took that initial trade this earlier this afternoon on trading with Vincenzo, where we made, when I looked it up, 25% right here. We entered the trade. It wasn't a good entry by me at all. And then it chopped around, and I was like, that might have not been good because we did not have a good entry price, or I did not have a good entry price. But then it took about an hour and a half, and we rolled the pump, right? And I thought what I was playing, if we could confirm a bottom, and I should have pulled the trigger in that, right? And didn't wait for it, shouldn't have waited for it to come down and double, actually triple bottom there. I should have just took it in there, right? Didn't, got a little late on it, but I thought I knew it was going to run up to the old all-time high at 19,000. So I had a sell order and a few $100s below that red line, and it triggered it for a 25% gain. And then it traded sideways, and then I ate some dinner, and it ended up pumping down. And now we're trying to get back up, but we're getting rejected by the 200-day. Now, in the minute time frame, if you're trying to day trade this, if you can hold this 200-day moving average, right, and get on the top side in the minute time frame, you can trade all the way up to this 19,594, maybe a local double top, and then you would maybe see the heavy sell pressure come in, right? Or if you get rejected by this, you're coming down for a regional double bottom, like I posted on my Twitter and my Telegram earlier, right? Like, subscribe, and share. This is going to probably be the last video of the night. I'll probably clip this off right here to make this a separate video so you don't have to watch all of it to try to find this. Like, subscribe, and share. Peace and love. Peace and love.